Welcome, Cancer. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is a love reading for August 2024. And we will take a look at current situation, influences around those situations. I'm going to use the Somnia Tarot today. This is the original Somnia deck, which is the photographs. There's also an illustrated version, which I have downstairs, actually. So I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles. These are very thick cards. And they're large, so they're hard to shuffle. And I'll cut them here in a second. I hope you all are doing well. Let's see what's going on in Cancer's love life. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Cancer, what do we got? Current situation is the King of Wands, past influence, Three of Wands, present influence, Tower, changes are happening. Tower can be good. I have no problem with the Tower. It just depends. Sometimes we need to wipe the slate clean. Negative or difficult, Eight of Swords, strength, Lovers, what you don't see, Knight of Wands. I like that because it's the King of Wands as well. I feel like that's the same energy, but we'll get there. What to look for, Star, nice, unexpected, Three of Cups, challenge, Seven of Pentacles, patience, patience, patience. A lot of the Pentacles are patient cards, you know. Future influence, Six of Pentacles, outcome, Two of Pentacles, where does this lead? Hangman, Five of Swords, King of Cups. The wheel is at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely like a new time for you. I feel like there has been something that's happening that's made you... Well, I think it comes from the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is your past influence. And this is an influence of seeing the hard work that you've been putting in pay off. Whatever this hard work is, this has given you the ability to really want to move forward, whether in your life, in love, in something. And I feel like it's kind of giving you strength to do so, to move forward, whatever this discovery is, or whatever you've been working hard on, where you've started seeing the benefits of it. And the King of Wands is in your present influence. I do feel like this is masculine. So if this is you who are masculine and you are watching this, is this for you? This is your energy. And it has to do with like wanting to find that passion. It's facing that Three of Wands. It's facing that wheel. It's saying, you know, and if this is someone else in your life that's masculine, I feel like you're looking for that as well. Like you're looking for the fire. You're looking for the excitement and the passion and motivation in starting something new. In the now, the current influence or the present influence is the Tower. There's something that's really changing the dynamic in your life. And I feel like it has to do with the wheel and the Three of Wands. I don't feel like this is a sudden, unexpected change. I do feel like it may be sudden, but it's not unexpected. It's just happening before you really kind of planned it to happen. And so the change is changing the dynamic kind of in, I feel like, attitude. Because I feel like that King of Wands is more of an energy of looking and finding passion. And that's what I feel like it's happening there. The hard part is that you feel kind of stuck. There's something that's making you feel like you can't move forward. So you're either not seeing things as clearly as you should because you're allowing yourself to feel stuck, or there is truly something keeping you stuck. So something to me that's keeping you stuck would be, okay, like, how am I going to do this with this person because they live so far away? Or they're super busy and I'm not so much. And when that happens, it's kind of hard. Or it's you thinking you're stuck in a situation that you don't need to be in. You don't need to be stuck. It could also just be feeling of stuck because you're not sure how to move forward. So, but you want to get out of that mind frame somehow or another. Even if it's something you don't feel like you can overcome, because I feel like that tower is going to take that energy away a little bit. You will feel like you can overcome it. The Lovers is in the present. There is somebody right now that, because this is a strength, so there is someone in your life right now that you can move forward with. Whether you see it or not yet may be a thing. Like, right, it's, you may be watching this reading, wanting to find out if the person that you feel like could be that person, is this the person? Or it could be that you're not quite sure yet, but there is definitely someone in your life, whether you know it or not, that is like, could be a really good partner, and they care about you maybe, and they haven't even said so yet, but, and they may have, like, this is the strength though. So if you know about it, this situation's a good one. This partnership is a good one. Whether it's romance, it feels romantic to me because of Lovers, but yeah, I do. Something that you're unaware of is the Knight of Wands. So I do feel like this energy is going to continue to move forward. I do also feel like maybe there could be travel involved here, where you kind of, it's either travel or a burst of excitement, and you don't see this yet, but I do feel like there's some kind of forward movement towards reaching your passions and reaching, that kind of goal. And, but until it's seen, it's kind of hard. Like, that's probably too another reason why you might be watching this, because you don't realize that there is forward movement happening here. The cool thing is what to watch for is the star. And when I look at this star card specifically, I'm reminded that sometimes we have to look at everything that we have accomplished and how far we've come, because sometimes we need that boost of confidence. And this is a reminder to look at that. Like, when I see that person up on that hill, I'm thinking, looking out and seeing everything below you. In other words, everything you've done, lessons learned, good and bad, how far you've come though. And to recognize that, because that is another thing that can bring us hope. If I know I did this in the past, I can do this again. I know that if it's happened to me before, it can happen again, good and bad. But look at what you've overcome. If there's negative things that happened, where are you? Where have you come from? What have you done? How far have you climbed? And to me, this is really important, to look at that part of your life and to understand how far you really truly have come. And I think it's really important. It's obviously important because it's coming up in the reading. Unexpectedly is the Three of Cups. There's something here about celebration happening. But more importantly, the celebration feels like giving back as well. So whether it's you giving to someone, giving back to yourself, them giving to you, but there's, with the cups being poured back into the ocean, the water being poured back in, it's like, thank you. It's almost like this gratitude thing, and it feels like a celebration, and it feels like you'll be around people. But I feel like too, unexpectedly, there is a feeling of belonging, and a feeling that you have enough to give, and that you also will receive back. Feels good. The challenge is the Seven of Pentacles. Sometimes when we put things in motion, they just take a while. And the Seven of Pentacles is also deciding how much work you want to give something. So when I think of the Seven of Pentacles, I'm reminded a lot about having a garden. A garden, you have to take care of it. You have to water it, fertilize it, weed it, stay on top of it. You don't give it 100% attention every day, but you have to stay on top of it. Otherwise, if you let it go too long, you may have way too much weeding to do. Or if you don't water enough, it could die, or you have to bring it back to life. So it's about, the challenge is keeping this alive without overdoing. You know what I mean? Keeping it moving forward and keeping it growing without overdoing. That's what I feel like. Future influence is the Six of Pentacles. I definitely think in the future there is going to be definitely a give and take. But with the outcome being Two of Pentacles, again, it's a reminder that we can't overdo on one life area. That the Two of Pentacles reminds us that we need to keep everything in check. Like, sometimes we can get really excited, especially with wand energy, of really diving all in. And diving all in isn't necessarily bad, but it's not losing track of the other things in your life. Don't dive in so much that let your house go or your job go, or overspend or whatever what you need to keep in balance, keep that in balance and you will, because that's the outcome. And I think that's good, because if the challenge is taking your time, the Two of Pentacles in the outcome says that that's exactly what you're doing. You're allowing it to grow in a slow, methodical manner. Where does this lead? It leads to the Hangman, which is going to lead to some self-reflection here. I think it's important. There's something to be said about taking some time out for you. I think, too, that there may be something that happens with this situation, because I do feel like this is some kind of love coming in, or that there with that Lovers and you're positive. The Five of Swords, there's something that will happen that will make you have to decide how much to really give. There's a point where you'll be going, can I even reach these swords? And you will feel frustrated. He's tied back. He can't get there. Well, he can. So it's not a matter of can't you, excuse me. It's a matter of how much energy to put in. Is it worth it? And again, even the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like is it worth it? And so you want to keep all this in mind. And I think that's why it's really important to stay moving in a slow, methodical manner in this relationship. Eventually, it does lead to the King of Cups. I'm going to pull a clarifier on the King of Cups. Tell me more about this King, please. Okay, so I will say this, and I'm going to pull an advice card too, because I didn't do that. I will say this. You've got the Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Ace of Wands. So I do feel like the King of Cups is a decision you're going to be making, or I think this is another choice. So well, no, I think it's let's say it's celebrating the choices that you've made so that you can have a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. I feel like no matter what happens here, whether this is a new person or not, I think, because for some people I think it might be a new person, and I think for some people it might be like the energy of waiting and putting these things into balance has led you into a more loving relationship with this person, but it also could be a new person. So it all depends on your situation. It's going to be different. But this King of Cups is going to be a very loving person that comes in. It's almost like I feel like it's like, yeah, found love. And this is not male or female, it doesn't matter. But I do feel like it's finding love. And also understanding that you will kind of go with the flow here. There's something really good about taking your time and being steady as well. I really think so. The Ten of Pentacles is coming in as your advice. Again, I feel like it's don't rush into anything. If this is meant to be, it will be. The Ten of Pentacles is all about, family, generational, home, money, stability, and usually with somebody, because it's a growth in a relationship to where you're, having kids and there's the generations too in these pictures usually. And this tells me that there's the 10 pentacles coming out of the chest, whereas the chest is in most of these pentacle cards, and finally you have them all. So it's like working to gather all these pentacles and finally having them. Don't let a situation take away anything that you've already built. Make sure that know what you've built and what you have and make sure that whatever situation is enhancing that, not taking away from it. Definitely. So there you have it, Cancer. Is there anything else our Cancers need to know about this situation, please? Yep, Knight of Cups. But that tells me that you need to go after, finding love is a journey, and falling in love is a journey. Yes, sometimes it's spontaneous and we fall in love at first sight, but most of the times it's a journey. And it's not only a journey to find somebody, it's a self-discovery journey as well. Because sometimes we can't give until we understand ourselves. And it takes that time to get there. So the Knight of Cups is, allow yourself to make room and allow yourself to take this journey and to do it from your heart. Take the journey, but know that the journey is a lot more about just finding somebody. It's also about learning about yourself. To be able to really love, you have to learn more about yourself. And sometimes that's like, what are my pain areas and what are my fears, and am I going to be vulnerable or not? Or, can I give as much as I want to get back? And, things like that. It's a whole journey. So there you have it. This seems really nice, by the way. It feels like it's going just the way it should. Like it feels very real to me. Like I don't know. It feels good. So I hope you liked it. Please let me know. Give me a comment. I appreciate it. Take care. Have a beautiful day.